You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
This is the Daniel Monday Night Community Show on demand through YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing to listen to us through this method. If you'd like to keep up to date with when I add new interviews, then subscribe to this channel. Firstly, thank you very much for joining us on the phone. I was hoping you could just introduce yourself and give us an introduction into your club.
Hi, Daniel. Thanks for the invite. So my name's Daniel Siddle. I'm the media officer for Swale Tri Club. So Swale Tri Club's been going for just over a year now, and we're active in the Swale area and trying to kind of push triathlon as a sport, get children into it, get adults into it, and really just kind of bring more fitness into the community, really.
Now, you've got an event coming up on the 29th of October. I was hoping you could tell our listeners all about that next.
Yeah, definitely, and that's obviously one of the reasons that I'm talking to you guys right now. So we do have an event on October the 29th. It starts at 10 o'clock. It's down at Milton Creek in Sittingbourne, where the local Sittingbourne Park run is. And the event is one of our Go Try events. So every year we run a signature event at Milton Creek. This will be its second year, and we offer races for everyone from the age of 8, all the way up to adults. There's no age limit on the top, so anyone can come along and join in. Really, the event itself is a duathlon, so it's a multi-sport event. So not quite a triathlon, but we still have the bike and the run. So for those who are younger, then obviously the run and the bikes are a little bit shorter, and then once you get up into the adult category, you start looking at some longer distances. So the youngest age group that we've got is the 8-year-olds, and those are the tri-starts. So their first run will be 200 meters. Their bike is just over 1 kilometer, and their second run is 200 meters. And then that builds all the way up through 3 more age groups to the adults, and we'll have the adults running 5 kilometres to start with, and then biking 10 kilometres, and then running 2.5 kilometres at the end. So pretty challenging once you get into the adult category.
Well, it certainly sounds interesting. I was hoping you could go on to tell us a little bit more about the club, and I understand you're the only one in Swale.
Yeah, so we're the only dedicated triathlon club in Swale. So obviously there's other clubs in Swale that are focused on running or cycling. Most of these outdoor sports are pretty popular. But we're the only one that focuses specifically on triathlon. So that is the swim, bike and the run. And that's how we approach everything. So we always, when we're out cycling, we're thinking about how that fits into our triathlon training and our triathlon races. If we're swimming, we're thinking about how that fits into triathlon as well. So it's not just the swim that we have to think about. And again, when we're running, we're thinking about that in the context of triathlon as well. So we're slightly different from those dedicated running clubs or those dedicated cycling clubs in the way we approach things. And yeah, at the moment we have the luxury of being the only one in Swale.
So do you have an ethos for the club?
We do. So generally, triathlete as a breed can be savagely competitive. And we like to keep that competitive edge. But one of the things that we do try and make sure we bring into the club is the friendly side of things and the social side of things. And we really like it when we have club members who maybe come in who aren't that confident, who maybe have never run before or only run short distances or have run marathons before, but, they haven't done it for a while. We really just want to support everyone in the challenge that they decide to take on and in whatever fitness they want to do. So you'll find that in the club we have a mix of people. We've just had one member come back from an age group race at the ITU in Rotterdam, and she was racing for Ireland. We have members who can complete a sprint distance triathlon in just over an hour. But on the back of that as well, we also have members who would complete a sprint distance triathlon in 2 hours. And we really have a mixed variety of abilities, and I think that's what makes the club special. We don't like to exclude people. We'll never turn people away. We'll just help you through with your personal goals and kind of the challenges that you set for yourself.
So, could you tell us a bit more about the training schedule?
Yeah, definitely. So we're quite busy. I think it's fair to say. So we've obviously got 3 sports to fit in with the swim, the bike, and the run. We try to spread our time as best we can. So you'll find us currently, we're in our winter training schedule, which is a little bit different from the summer one. And I'll talk a little bit about the summer training schedule as well. But in winter, we tend to swim on a Tuesday night, and that's in Faversham pools. And Faversham pools have been great at supporting us, so we have a dedicated lane on a Tuesday night. Sometimes, if the attendance is up, we'll have 2 dedicated lanes. And that Tuesday night swim is very much a structured training session. So it differs every week. It'll focus on a different part of the swim technique. And sometimes, we'll mix a little bit of fun in there, and we'll practice the mass starts that you often get at triathlons, because those can be quite intimidating. So, when you start a swim with, 300 other people, you tend to get a bit bumped and bashed. So, sometimes we'll do some practice for that on Tuesday night as well. We then, our next training session is on a Thursday, and that's for the run. So on a Thursday evening, we normally have 2 running sessions. So one is the kind of shorter length, the slower pace. Some people call it easy, but it's all relative. So that pace and distance will be tough for some people, easier for others. But we'll have the shorter run in Faversham Rec, and that'll be doing circuits of the Rec. And then we'll have a longer run on Thursday evening as well, at a slightly higher pace, and that's normally around about 10 kilometres, and we'll aim to do that in about 50 minutes. And that we take on tour. So sometimes it's in Faversham, sometimes it's over on the Isle of Sheppey, sometimes in Sittingbourne, and it'll be led by one of our members who want to show the rest of the members the sights of their routes. And then on Saturday morning, we switch to the bike. So on Saturday morning, we have our social ride. So we pick up at Faversham and at Tong Mill, because that's generally in the middle of where all of our members are from. And then we'll head out on a social ride. So the ride it depends who's coming as to how fast we go and the distance that we cover. The only thing we say is that we won't leave anyone behind. So most of the time we'll have a leader and a tail rider. So anyone who is a little bit slower will always have company on at the back if that's where they are. And we always make sure to stop for cake and coffee and bacon. And we've got quite a list of our favourite cafe stops for Saturday. And normally what we do as well is, because we like to get family members involved, we'll arrange for family members to come along as well and meet us at the cafe. So, I often meet my wife and my little son on the cafe run as well on Saturday morning. And then on Sunday, we also have another long run. So again, like Thursday nights, we take that on tour around the area. But it's a little bit longer, a little bit faster paced. And we've just started those over the summer because the club, has quite a few runners in it, and there's also quite a few people who really want to get more miles under their belt when it comes to running. And that's our winter schedule. So if you've got time, I can take you over the summer schedule too. Yeah,
if you're happy to, that'd be good.
Yeah, definitely. So the summer schedule for us is it's largely the same with the same kind of pattern. So we'll actually swim on a Thursday during summer, and we move to the outdoor pool in Faversham, which is quite nice because once you get into the outdoor pool, it's a little bit longer, and you definitely notice that you don't get the rest at the end of the pool quite as much. So that'll be on a Thursday night. On a Tuesday, that's when we'll do our runs. And on a Saturday, we'll still have our bike rides, and on a Sunday, our runs. But we add a few more things to it. So when it comes into summer, because summer that's traditionally when most triathlons and most events are, you actually have a bit more variety that you introduce into your schedule. So on a Wednesday night, there's cycling time trials, and some of those are over on Sheppey, some of them are over towards Ashford. But a few of our members have gone and competed at the time trials. They're quite serious events, people take them quite seriously. When you go along, you'll see people warming up on turbo trainers. They can be a little bit intimidating, but, we approach them, you go and you do your best and see what comes of it. On a Friday night during the summer, because of the lighter nights, we sometimes just have an ad hoc ride to the pub. I just sit around, have a beer and ride back. So that normally starts about 6:30, 7 o'clock on a Friday night during the summer, and we're back before dusk so that we don't have to ride too much in the dark. And then there's also a number of other events. So sometimes on the weekend we will drop the social ride and the runs because there'll be a local event, like Faversham 10K that's just happened, or maybe the Oyster Man in Whitstable, or one of the races. We'll try and combine those in as well. So always a very busy summer for the triathletes in Slow Tri.
Well, it certainly sounds busy. I was hoping you could tell us a bit about your plans for the future next.
Yeah, definitely. So the club itself has been going since around April or May last year. So we're about just over a year and a half old. And we're really, at the moment, we're really trying to put the foundations in for the club. So making sure that we're kind of building the ethos, making sure that the members are really brought on board and have a good say in what we're doing. And really the plans for the future, we want to build on that. So obviously the bigger that the club gets, the more opportunities that we can provide to our members. So we've recently become affiliated with English Athletics, and that's because we had demand from our members. And we had the volume of members now that we could justify that. And we'd like to build and get more members, and basically just kind of spread the membership around a little bit, so that we have more people who are a little less confident, but also more people who are more confident and have raced for quite some time. The other thing that we'd like to do are really build the TriStars membership. So TriStars are the younger age group, so anyone above the age of 8 and below the age of 14, we'd class as one of our TriStars. And right now we've got a few. We still need to put in place some good coaching plans and some good sessions for them. But we offer what we can right now, but definitely going forward we'll be looking to build on that. And then again, just getting back to the event that we've got on October the 29th. It's the second one that we've done. First one was a great success. Hopefully the second one will be even better. And we'd like to build on that. So we'll always have our signature event at Milton Creek. But we've also this past year offered another duathlon in the pool over at Sheppey, which was great. And we're looking to just bring more events into the community and get more people involved as well.
If our listeners would like to find out more about that event or what you do you have a website and contact details?
We do, and we always welcome people to come and speak to us. As you can tell, I talk a lot, so I'm more than happy to talk to people. So the web address is swaletriclub.co.uk, and you'll find all the background information and information about our training schedules. If you want to email us, you can email us at swaletriclub@gmail.com. If you want to talk to one of us, if you want to talk to me, you can call me on 07743 887975, and I'm more than happy to talk you through membership or coming along to any of our training dates. And then if you want to keep keep up to date with what the club's doing, we have a very active Facebook page, and you'll find, if you just search for Swale Tri Club on Facebook, then you'll find us. And then we also have, photos of ourselves on Instagram and on Twitter, and you'll find us under the usual Swale Tri Club handle. So we're definitely there. Quick Google search and you should find everything you need.
Well, I'd like to thank you very much for taking the time out today to speak to us.
No problem. Thank you, Daniel. Thanks for the invite.